Hey there, I'm Jim D, and we're looking at Minecraft 1.5.2. We're going to look at a mod that I've been working on. It's an alternate reality mod from a game back in the 80s, written by Philip Price, and it's a great RPG back in the day. It was the first 3D polygonal rendered RPG, I think, in gaming history. I think that's correct. So, going to give you a look at what I've been doing. Hopefully you'll like what I'm doing and the mods that I'm running with it. Just so you know, because I wanted to make sure that certain mods were compatible, or that my mod was compatible with these great mods. So I got the usual stuff: the Minecraft Coder Pack, Forge Mod Loader, Minecraft Forge, and then I've got the GUI API, which is required by the mole creatures, and then I got the animated player mods, kind of cool. Mirage Blocks is my mod. I got the custom spawner here, and that's also required by Mo Creatures. Then I got Dragon Mounts. It's a great mod, a lot of fun. Dr. Zark's Mo Creatures. That's a really awesome mod, just really cool. It's the same guy. Dr. Zark's the same guy that did the code for the new horses in the upcoming Minecraft 1.6, when that is released, but you can get it in the snapshots right now. And then I've got the Map Writer mod, really awesome mod, and Minecraft Comes Alive. It's really cool, adds a lot of great villager NPCs to your game that are so much better than the Squidward NPCs that come in Minecraft. No offense, Minecraft Mojang, but boy, they do look like Squidward with two legs, don't they? So, here we go. Alternate reality. Loading, loading, loading. Render, render. Come on, hurry up. There we are. So here we are at the floating gate. That's where you start the game originally, and the thing is complete. The map is 100% complete. I'm trying to fly here. Come on, come on. Fly, fly, fly. Here we go. Now we can get a better look, and hopefully it'll render fast enough as we go. So you can see the whole city is complete. This is the city of Xebec's Demise, and there's a lot of establishments, shops, smithies, taverns, inns, and other places as well. And if you know anything about alternate reality, then you'll know that there's other places. In my map, those other places are alive. They're not closed by order of the palace. So they're there. A lot of stuff. It's a huge map for the day back in the mid 80s when this game first came out. There's my palace. We're doing a quick flyover, okay? So that's my palace. And you can see I've also taken some artistic liberty. I've added trees and animals and all kinds of stuff like that in my map to make it look nice. And I've also got a fair amount of redstone going in there, so like the city gates are powered and stuff, so you can go over here and enter the city through the gates. And then over here is the arena. And it's kind of like a coliseum, where they're having gladiatorial games and stuff like that. You couldn't get in the arena in the original game. That was going to be an add-on module for alternate reality, and then it didn't happen, unfortunately. And there was a number of modules that were going to be tacked on to the original game, but the only one that ever made it was the dungeon. Alright, so in my mod I've included the dungeon, the entire dungeon, all 4 levels. It's a huge dungeon. The dungeon is, the first level's the same size as the city that you see here on the surface, and the city's pretty big. And then it goes down 4 levels, each level getting successively smaller by 50%. So here's the the entrance to the dungeon. I'll show you. I've also included in my mod the nostalgic city secret door sounds and stuff like that. And same thing in the dungeon. You'll hear some sound effects down there that come from the original game. Also, these graphics that you see in my custom blocks are derived from the original graphics in the original RPG. And so if you know that game, you can look real close and you'll see some similarities in my custom graphics that are reminiscent of the original game graphics. So here we are, we're in a dungeon, and here's the Damon and Pythias shop. All of the establishments are all here. They're not all 100% complete as far as like having personnel and items and all of that stuff. The guilds also, there's guilds in the city. Here's the Wizards of Chaos. There's guilds in the city and guilds in the dungeon. There are some unique guilds in the dungeon that aren't found in the city, and vice versa, I believe, if I remember right. And but also there's a bunch of guilds that are in both places. So you'll see an upstairs and a downstairs version. You can hear that wraith trying to haunt us there. The Mo Creatures mod, awesome mod. And then of course you can see my NPCs here, and they talk to you and stuff like that, and that's the Minecraft Comes Alive mod. Awesome mod. Up in the upper right corner here in the view here, you can see the map up there. It's showing the city. Watch, we'll switch it. There's a big view, and now there's a dungeon view. Alright, so that's a really cool mod too. I thought it was perfect to use with my mod. So good plugs to those guys. And another thing I've got running is the animated player mod. So let me give you a view. So there's my little guy there, and look, see how his knees bend and all of that, and he's got a little more motion than your usual player, right? And that's why. That's the animated player mod. See his knees bending, and he's got a little more realistic movement going on there. Isn't that cool? So another plug, great mod, and go check them out. And if you're going to download my mod, then I highly recommend that you get all these mods, because my map is designed to be used with those mods. You'll come up with a bunch of missing IDs and stuff if you don't use these mods when you download my map, just so you know. Okay, so here we go. Let's go downstairs. Let's go to another level. Down we go. The dungeon is huge. There's lots of treasure rooms and other places, monster areas, various types of monster areas. They're all pretty neat. You see the textures change as you go from one area of the dungeon to another. You'll see a lot of custom textures in my mod. I spent a couple of months working on this so far. Just about every night after work. It's been driving my wife crazy. And I'm flying just so we can speed things up. So as you can see, it's a good sized dungeon, and here's some more different textures in here. This is the area of the adept area from the original game, and it's got these Egyptian motif type graphics going there, and got those also are derived from the original graphics in the 8-bit Atari version of the game, which is the original version of the game. Across the river here, this is the River Stones. You couldn't see that in the original game. Look, there's a zombie riding a zombie horse over there. Mo Creatures. You couldn't see the river in the original game, but in my version you can see it, and you can traverse it if you want, and you can cross it into the realm of the undead. There's a lot of mob spawners. I've planted a lot of mob spawners in various parts of the dungeon that spawn particular types of mobs that seemed appropriate to me for various areas. Hear that werewolf? Dr. Zark did a great job on those werewolves, by the way. When they change, you can see them change from a human into a werewolf. It's really cool. Here's the Dwarven Smithy. It's there. There's facilities in there for smithing, just so you know. And there's also in the treasure rooms and stuff, you'll find some goodies. I tried not to overdo it. Look, oh, he's about to change. Watch. Watch. Whoa! Is that cool? Good job, Dr. Zark.